A memo is a letter written by a senior officer to a subordinate or vice versa, or employees having equal status in the organization, communicates in either a formal or informal letter. Mostly we misunderstand by hearing the word memo, because generally people use it for the negative purpose that boss will give you a memo if you make mistake in your work, but it is a misconception. Characteristics of memo are: memo is a letter written formally or informally. It is issued by a senior officer to a subordinate employee. Sometimes it is given to the higher officer regarding the solution of the problems and rights by an employee. Memo is also circulated between employees having equal status. The sole objective of a memo is to remind specific issues to whom it is to be addressed to. Memo is written in simple, lucid style. The details of memo are written in brief and to the point. You can see a predefined format of memo. It is necessary to mention in a memo the name of the employee, the designation and the department, and at the same time it is important to mention the name of the person issuing the memo with the signature. Normally the memorandum is written in a predefined format. The format you can see. Here is a memo giving information of the purchase process. So you can see on the top name of the company, and towards your right side you can see the address, reference, that is the number of the letter and the date. Now towards your right side, to and from, it is compulsory. Then you have your subject, and point wise you will be writing whatever you have to inform the person, and at the end the name of the person, signature and your designation. These things will come towards your right side. Towards your left side, that is the last line, you will be putting copy sent to, and that copy will be sent to whomsoever that you will be writing it. So here you are sending it to the accounts officer. This is a memo where you can see the managing director is informing to Rohit Parmar about the probation period that is being extended. So you can see that here also at the last, copy sent to branch manager is mentioned. Now we are going to learn employee related correspondence. So first is recruitment. Recruitment can be of two types. Direct recruitment is that type of recruitment when an employee is appointed from the present or past employees of the company. Second is indirect recruitment. This type of recruitment is when an employee is appointed through the medium of advertisement or job placement agencies. So you can see the letter format. Here the address and the subject is there about attending personal interview, or where written test or post of an account officer you have to give. Whatever the subject is, that is to be mentioned, and the content of the letter. At the last you have to give a note. Here you can specify the candidate has to remain present for written test at his own expense, or you can mention no allowance or expense will be paid to remain present at the venue of interview. And also in some of the letters you can put day and date, time, venue, these things also in your letter. Now this is a letter of appointment. Letter begins with word congratulation. Designation for which appointment is made is mentioned. It is also clarified whether it is on probation, permanent or part-time. The period of probation is also to be mentioned. Appointment letter carries information regarding salary, allowance, increments. Then the candidate is also informed to send an acknowledgement letter, or is informed of how many days he has to report on duty. The appointment letter ends with good wishes. This is a promotion letter. Now what are the reasons when the employee completes a certain fixed year in service, he or she gets promotion? Or when the employer acquire additional academic or technical qualification, if he has acquired, then he may get promotion. When the employer acquires specific achievements, he is promoted. Considering the or the particular expertise or skill that the employee is having, on that basis he can be promoted. Promotion is given considering the needs of the organization also. So you can see this promotion letter. In the promotion letter, at the last, copy to whichever department that you have to mention. Now this is a model letters for transfer. So when the employee is underworked in one department, when the employee is proven unable to perform his/her duty, when the employee has committed financial fraud, when the employee shows indiscipline or negligence, when the employee faces any emergency or changes in the physical condition, to avoid probable conflict between the head of the department or with the colleagues, to obtain the benefit or special skill of the employee of the other department, to let the employee learn procedures of each department of the organization. In this letter also you have to put copy too, because this is all within the department. So model letter regarding demotion. In spite of repeatedly drawn attention, the employee neglects duty. Continuous reduction in the efficiency of the employee. Some of serious malpractices is performed by the employee. Repeated breach of discipline by an employee. It is necessary to clarify the reason for demotion in the correspondence related to demotion. Indiscipline, malpractice or breach of rules will be thoroughly examined and final decision will be taken. Letter regarding demotion is an undesirable step, but it is to be taken when necessary. Completion of service. Employer and employer are aware of the condition of the completion of service. The consequences of being relieved from a job and dismissal from job are the same, yet there is a wide difference in the procedure of both. When a department of a company is to be merged or discontinued, or the unit may be converted into fully automatic unit, or if the contract is over for such reasons, the situation of relieving of the employee arises. So to maintain the dignity of the employee who has served the organization for long term and to maintain cordial relation between both the parties, VRS, Voluntary Retirement Scheme, is introduced. All retirement benefits are also taken care of. So here also you are giving them an option of VRS. Then the second is regarding relieving from job, resignation. Sometimes employee prefer to discontinue the job. So resignation means an employee's written declaration to give up one's office willingly. When the employee is getting a better and higher opportunity in other organization, or because of his ill health, or due to any of the reason, he may resign, and so the employee submits his/her resignation from service and receives all financial benefits and rights due to him.